Thank you. Welcome, everyone. Today is Tuesday, May 21st, 2024, and this is the Community Development and Renewal Agency work session. My name is Mike Wickers. I'm the chair of this committee, and as mayor of Cottonwood Heights, I serve as the chair for the CDRA, with members of the city council serving as members of the board. Our first item on our agenda this evening is an update on an agreement for design for the Park at Canyon Center development. We're going to have our Community and Economic Development Director, Mike Johnson, come up and give us that background.
Thank you, Mayor and Council, agency members, I guess. So this contract in front of you tonight dates back to some discussions that were had several months ago regarding the Canyon Center development and the 1 acre piece of land there that is not yet owned by the city, but will be and is set aside to be used as a city park. The developer of the Canyon Center had approached the agency about a potential amendment to the development agreements. And one of the things that he offered was deeding over the city park property early. We haven't seen that formal request yet, so that hasn't taken place to date, but there was direction to proceed with a park master plan for that 1 acre parcel there. So we at the time reached out to a handful of qualified landscape design firms, planning firms, to get estimates on what a park master plan would cost and the process and kind of how each firm would go about it. After review, we are recommending approval of an agreement with Venn Collaborative, represented by Scott Peters, who's in the crowd tonight, happens to also be a city resident, to move forward on the master planning of that park. And this would entail a public engagement element with the Parks, Trails, and Open Space Committee and the City Council, as well as preparation of design alternatives and refinement to a final master plan. It would stop short of going all the way to construction drawings and things like that, because we don't know exactly when we'll own that park and have the full funding to construct it. So this would just be to finalize the master plan. Any questions on that?
Did we get Councilmember Burrell on yet? Still not? Okay. So I don't have any questions. Thank you, Mike. Okay, so the next item on our agenda is a legislative item to actually vote on this matter. So any other questions or comments from the council on consideration of, actually, let me state this first. So item 3.1 is consideration of resolution 2024-01, approving an agreement with Venn Collaborative for Canyon Center Park Master Planning Services. Any other items of discussion?
So I read the contract and it talked about limited opportunities for public engagement. Would this be something that like the county did with Crestwood Park, where they say there's 3 concepts and we're going to get public input, or are we just putting together a plan based on some interaction with PTOS, City Council, and maybe a public input? How much of that are we going to be able to have?
In the scope of this contract would be meetings with PTOS and City Council, and then preparation of a few different concepts, and then based on that feedback, refining down to a preferred master plan. If you wanted to add scope to include citywide public engagement, that would be fine. It's a 1 acre small park, so we look at it as kind of a very localized park, and maybe citywide engagement. It's a little different than like a Crestwood situation where that's a regional park. So we kept the scope a little leaner, but that would be up to you.
Is it a full acre?
I mean, I think the parcel is, but part of that is retaining walls and, kind of unusable space.
Okay. Great. So at this point, I will entertain a motion to approve consideration of resolution 2024-01, approving an agreement with Venn Collaborative for Canyon Center Park Master Planning Services.
I motion that we approve resolution, or is that I was consider that we approve resolution number 2024-01 for an agreement with Venn Collaborative.
I'll second.
Motion to approve from Councilmember Highland and a second from Councilmember Newell. Final questions, comments? Well, I will move to the vote. Councilmember Holton,
Yes.
Councilmember Highland,
Yes.
Councilmember Newell,
Yes.
Councilmember Burrell yet? No, and I will vote yes. The motion passes. Resolution passes. So our last item on the agenda is just approval of minutes, and let me read real quickly how this process works. The minutes of this meeting will be approved through the following process. The agency secretary promptly will circulate a draft copy of the minutes to the board members, who then will have 3 business days to provide any proposed corrections to the secretary. The secretary will then recirculate the revised draft of the minutes to the board members, and the same review process will continue until such time as no correction to the draft minutes are received within the 3 business days review period. Whereupon that draft of the minutes will be deemed approved and will become the final minutes. At this point, I will entertain a motion to adjourn, and we will begin our business meeting at 7 PM.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Thank you.